I'm going to tell you the difference now between a domain name, hosting, a website, and a theme. These are all those words that are thrown around when people are building websites. And you'll hear me talking about some of these words, and if you're ever wondering the difference, this is a short video for you to tell. So, your domain name. Think of your domain name as an address. I type in the address, google.com. It takes me to this. This is the website. So I want you to think of the domain name as the address. I want you to think of the hosting as the big computer that holds all of the files for the website. So think of it as the foundations. It's going to be the rock foundations of a house. And then the website is the skeleton of the house itself. So like this would be the website. So really that's the best way to think of it. Then you may have heard about themes. A theme is really the decoration, the builders who come in and build your house for you. The theme is they come in and put all of the rooms in. So I'll show you an example of a theme. So these are different themes. I use the Divi theme. And what the theme does, it will come in and paint the walls for you. And it will give you different ways of building your website. Sometimes it will come in and even put all the furniture in for you with layouts and templates. So that's the difference between a domain name, hosting, a website, and a theme. So let's get into the details. Your domain name. This is something you'll need to purchase. And you can purchase from various domain providers. This is GoDaddy. And if I wanted to buy a domain name, which would be the first thing I would do, is I would type in what I want my domain name to be. And it will tell me if it's available or if it's taken. And it might give me some different alternatives. So I could just get kerry.co.uk for £1 for the first year, as long as I buy a 2-year registration. And you do need to pay for your domain name every year, but as you can see, they aren't necessarily very expensive. Next, we move on to hosting. So once you've bought your domain name, you need to send it to the land. So if you give someone an address, it's all very well having an address, but if it is in space, then it's not going to be very helpful. So we need to send it to the land that the website will live on, which will be your hosting, the big computer or server, which will hold all of the files for your website. Now, your hosting, you can host in a lot of places. Sometimes you host in the same place as your domain, and sometimes you host in a different place, and we'll cover both. But for now, just as an explanation, for hosting, I would recommend SiteGround, i20, or InMotion. All three of these sites are quite good for support. i20 would only be for the techier ones of you, but SiteGround and InMotion have very good support at a level where you can speak English and they'll understand you. So once I've got my domain, I've bought my hosting. Hosting typically costs about £5 to £10 a month. So you'll see here on InMotion, they have a couple of types of hosting types, and they will give you different things. If you are starting your first small website, you can usually go for the lowest option. And you'll notice that InMotion gives you a free domain, which means you don't have to pay for both the hosting and the domain name. You could just pay at once for both. Once you have bought your hosting, you will need to install WordPress, and then you'll need to install your theme. And we're going to cover both of those as well.